Hello there, my Libra gang. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, bringing you your monthly reading for February 2022. As always, as we get started here, just a reminder that I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck. That's my go-to deck for my readings. And as I step into your energy here for February, the beginning of the month, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have Five of Cups, accompanied with the Ten of Swords, end of a cycle, so a little bit of remorse, and coming in with the Two of Wands and the Lovers, so wanting, seeking, thinking about some things. So really feeling as though, Libra, you might be coming into this month feeling a little bit of sorrow and kind of looking at the past, focusing on the past, and really not open to any new opportunities because you're feeling as though there's a little bit of an obligation toward the past. And so I feel like there's a sense of dread with this, as though you knew that there was an end to this, or that it was going to be coming, or at some point it was going to come, and now it's like approaching, and it's approaching quickly, and you're like, whoa. And so, I feel like what I hear with this is that song by 3 Days Grace, and the lyrics that come in with that is like pain, and it's almost as if you'd rather feel the pain than feel nothing at all. So you'd rather have had the experience with this love or with this connection rather than not have that at all. So that's why you're having a hard time like letting go of it, right? It's almost as if you're feeling very grateful toward that, and that's not a bad thing, right? But now it's to a point where yeah, sure, it brings hurt to you, but on the other hand, now, you're so happy for, how far it's gotten you, or maybe through, this connection or this love, it's really gotten you through some really tough times, and now you're to a point where maybe you're kind of, but you've been introduced to another person, and you're feeling torn between two loves or two connections, and so one, I feel, is more out of an obligation or a responsibility, a moral obligation, that you feel inclined to stay maybe with this person or be with this person. And so this Lovers card comes in, this Lovers card comes in, and this is more of a connection, like a soulful connection, a soulmate connection, something that's really easy, right? And so this is about you choosing your happiness at this point, and that's where the end of a cycle comes in, right? No longer staying in a situation where it's like pain or bringing pain, right? But bringing in something that's a little bit more full of ease and grace, right? And understanding. And I feel that's where this cycle is going to end, and it's very alluring, right? You're very enamored maybe by this person, and so you're excited, but at the same time you're kind of stuck in a space where you don't really want to make that decision, right? And so that's just the energy that's coming in at the beginning of the month here for you, Libra. So I didn't intend for this to be a love reading, it just is. So this is somebody's message out there. So moving into, and beautiful, right, for the month of February. Moving into the week of the 6th through the 12th, we have the Sun card coming out with Page of Pentacles. These two actually came out together. And it rounds out the week there of the 12th with Five of Wands, right? A little bit of conflict, internal conflict possibly even, right? That's that, I don't want to make that choice. It's kind of creeping in on you. No, so perhaps this new person you have met, this person could, the word territorial actually comes through. So I feel as though this person commands presence, right? They have an energy that kind of dominates the room. It attracts attention, not just from you, but from many people. This person, they could be very loud and boisterous, right? And it can be intimidating to some people. But I think all in all, like, the moral here is that this person is also very respectful. I feel like they come from a very religious background, and that kind of guides their actions, right? So even though they're loud, they like to be funny, right? They exude this like overly confident attitude. It's something that they feel confident and secure in who they are, and I think that's a really good thing. They're not afraid to say what they mean and mean what they say, right? They're not afraid to speak what's on their mind. They're bold and confident, and I feel that that's part of their purpose. I feel like this is something that has been instilled in them, and is part of something that is very purposeful for them. So I feel like they could have many suitors, like many people could be very interested in being with them, right? Everybody loves confidence, is attracted to confidence, right? And I feel like this brings an air of romance, like where maybe you caught each other's eye, and that's where it started. You knew, like, boom, you both knew. You were like, whoa. And so I feel like this is really a beautiful exchange of energy. And so I feel like what comes in with this is you need to be very forthcoming in what it is that your expectations are, and what you want. And so I think that that's an important part of that, because that person who is exuding all of that confidence, right, they're going to tell you exactly what they want. They expect that in return as well. Okay, moving into the 13th through the 19th, we have the Tower card and Judgment. Yeah, they need to know exactly where you stand, right? Maybe where you're at, even in terms of being in a certain connection, and that kind of stuff. So Tower card and Judgment comes in, of course, 13th through the 19th. And rounding that out, we have High Priestess with Queen of Cups. Beautiful energy, almost like nurturing yourself, knowing what you want, right? You're going to feel as though your life is falling apart with that Tower card, right? That doesn't always necessarily mean that it's a bad thing, but you made a judgment call. You made a judgment call for yourself. So I feel like when that judgment call comes in with that card, it's almost like I see like a referee, like calling the shots, right, of a game. You're calling the shots of your life, and that's okay. And I feel like on the other side of this, everything's coming up roses for you, Libra. Everything's going to work out for you. I feel like in making that judgment call for yourself, you probably faced a lot of opposition. There's probably a lot of people talking crap. And listen, at the end of the day, you know what's right for you. That's the High Priestess. You're following who you feel called to be, right? You're stepping into your own authenticity. You're following your intuition. You did what you had to do. And so there's a serenity with this. Like, there's a peace that accompanies you as you carry yourself through this energy. And also a peace around it because you know that what you did, you feel was right for you. And so maybe you even say the serenity prayer. I feel that also coming in. So, I feel like there's this calmness, this peace that is just with you, inside you. This is exactly where you're meant to be, exactly what you're doing is supposed to, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I feel like you're very aware, right? Very aware of your thoughts, of who's coming in to support you. You're very aware of your actions and how they affect other people, right? And you're very aware of the things you can change and the things you cannot change, and that's part of that, right? So, I feel like, when all is said and done, this is going to broaden your horizons. I feel as though you're going to see that there's going to be more flexibility within your life. You're going to feel more independent, or take on more independence, and have more roles, maybe a little bit more responsibilities, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like there's going to be a lot more understanding overall. Like, there's going to be life lessons in this for you. I think part of that tower, that crumbling, is that you had to let go of some of these, expectations that you had for yourself that were a little bit unrealistic, or stepping into those roles, you're going to have to let go of some of those expectations that are unrealistic for yourself. Okay? And so it's about getting a grip on, no, that's where that understanding what you can change and what you can't change comes in, right? And so you're understanding that, okay, this is what's realistic for me for a goal. This is what's realistic for me to be able to attain, and knowing your limitations, and then not projecting your expectations onto things, right? Having a certain flow about it, a certain surrender within that is going to serve you well, benefit you as you move through that energy as well. Moving into the 20th through the 28th, we have the 7 of Wands. Maybe having to come to your own defense, right? Be defensive, stand your ground. And then we have the Queen of Swords with the Ace of Swords coming in through the 20th through the 28th. Okay? So I feel as though it might be a little bit of an overwhelming sense coming into the end of the month here for you, Libra. Now, this could be a good time for you to maybe take a break. Realize that there are some things happening around you where, everyone's making things all about you, and maybe focusing on you. And so if you could just take a breather, take 5, remove yourself from the situation, take a weekend trip, a getaway, a little bit of a getaway, right? I feel as though, that would be very beneficial for you. I feel like that's a very good way for you to recharge your energy. I do feel like there are things that maybe are going to be brought to light, or that are supposed to be being brought to light, but that the angels might prevent from being brought to light, that would serve you to not have brought to light, if that makes any sense. There are things, that are being put out there, maybe said about you, right? Or that are needing to be said or wanting to be said, right? And that's where you're having to stand your ground. You're needing to say things and defend yourself all the time. But I feel like Spirit's coming in to help you with that. And where these people are kind of saying things or bringing things up and maybe trying to make you look bad in some way, I feel as though Spirit's on your side, and communications are going to kind of get dampened, or something's going to happen where it's going to be to your benefit, okay? I feel as though the angels are working in your favor, okay? It's almost like they carry things away from you, right? So that you don't have to worry about it. Whether energies are being directed at you and they're protecting you, something like that. So look for the signs for the angels this week. I do feel as though you'll be seeing a lot of repeating numbers. I do feel, I was shown a feather from Spirit as well for you this week. So you could be working on some things to, expand your psychic abilities. I do feel you're going to get a lot of clarity around that. In terms of your life purpose, where you're feeling guided to go. You could have a vision. If you don't have a vision, it could be within a dream. Pay attention to the signs. If you don't know what your life purpose is and you've been wanting to know what your life purpose is, you could find some clues within that, okay? And so, dig deep. It's there for you if you're wanting those answers. So, beautiful advice. We have Ace of Cups and 8 of Wands coming out for you for advice for February, Libra. Now, with this, I do feel as though there is a potential here for you to feel or be misunderstood. Okay, so whether you're feeling misunderstood as you express your emotions this month, or verbalize your intentions or your feelings, you might seem to be misunderstood by others, but that isn't always necessarily the case. I think that there is a sense of pride within this, right, where ego kind of gets in the way and you feel like your feelings are hurt, or another person could feel like their feelings are hurt as you voice your opinions and feelings. And so just understand that, opinions, everybody has opinions, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that they are right if you disagree with them. So sometimes it's okay to disagree and walk away. because I feel like there's going to be some sort of a stalemate presenting where you're just understanding that there's no progress to be made here in terms of trying to hash things out or prove a point or to come to a compromise, right? Sometimes it's just best to start over with a complete redo. And that's what I feel with that there's a sense here of taking action on creativity and moving forward regardless. So beautiful energy here for you, Libra. I do so hope that this reading resonates for you. As always, if you know another Libra that's near and dear to your heart that could benefit from hearing this message, please do share and help me to spread the messages that can benefit from hearing this message, excuse me. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button below. As always, if you're interested in your own personal reading, because not all general readings can resonate for everybody, I'd be interested in doing that for you. You can hit me up at the square site below in the description box below, or on Facebook at Enchanted Emerald in the messenger, or you can email me at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.